Alright, it's Chun here, and for today's topic, we're going to talk about how to design your real estate. And no matter when you come into real estate investing, if you want to buy a property, then fix it and then sell it, that's called flipping. Or you want to develop a project, or you want to do some commercial project or anything else, you're going to have a design for it, because you're going to creating value from the inside out. So let's straight to the point. For this topic, we normally is talk about the basic thing that you can know about design, because the first and foremost, you're gonna have a appropriate interior design that can work on with you, partner with you together, because a great interior design actually can bring up your property value. Because if you want to sell in a great price of the property, so you're gonna have an interior design. If not, if your property is you want to sell at in the below market price or below the market value, so that you don't need interior design. But after you buy the property that is below the market value, so that you want to improve it and then sell at a higher price, so we can come out and then you're gonna be a team with interior design. So the first, you're gonna form up your team for about designing team, which means the team inside your partner is architect, interior design, and general contractor, landscape architect, engineers, appropriate subcontractor. These are the person that you actually need in your team. Alright, when you come to look at your team to work partner together with, first you can select your team. So how you select it? Because the first thing you're gonna know is you're gonna interview them. So you can, when you interview with the person, you can come up with a tough design question for them. Actually, if they can answer you the question and you try to look at it, so that if he or she can solve the problem, so which means you better, then you can consider it. Then the second is you must have a conversation with reference. You're gonna ask about the outcome of the projects, what they think, and then you're gonna listen the crew, and you're gonna ask yourself, would you hire this person again or not? Then that's the second point. Then the third is you're gonna have a site visit to a similar project, which means that if the person you already done few projects, so you're gonna look at their previous project, so that you're gonna know whether okay or not. Then the first is the willingness. You're gonna look at the person, actually their willingness to work holistically, or you're gonna tell your vision, are they want to work with you together or not. Then got one extra point. One is from the Warren Buffett. When you work together with your team, actually gonna have three parts, which means intelligence, integrity, and energy. These three main points what he is looking for the people. So let's say about architect. For the architect, you cannot just choose about the architect, which means that just can drawing the plan, but actually they know the trend in the construction, engineer, lighting, environmental friendly design, or as well you're gonna have this kind of architect that actually can design a proper way for you. Then the second is about the interior design person. So when you look at the interior design, you're gonna share your vision with him or her, and he not just listen to your vision, but actually can enhance your vision, which means can work even better than what you think. You want that kind of interior design. And what about the landscape? Architect is very important also, because you're going to do a better landscape and the beautiful landscape as well, because the first impression is very important when the people come in and want to buy the customer. And the fourth is the general contractor. You're going to have better and best great contractor as well, because you're going to look at the contractor actually have already experience, and you can look at their previous project as well, so they can choose when you come into contractor, you got few questions you're going to think about it. The first is, do you have any career that will keep you away from the job site or not? Then your time and your fees, then you put for a contractor, is it value or not valuable? And are you familiar with the local building codes, construction method, and then backup trade if necessary? And do you have strength in securing and budgeting and managing people? All this you're gonna know, or you're gonna find better who can manage all this stuff with the experienced person and partner with you together, so they can help you go and manage it. So that's very important. When first, actually, there's few design part, no matter it's a home project or commercial. Then the first we're talking about some basic thing that you can follow or have some tips that when you want to do something. First we talk about the existing home that strategies that you want to sell. For example, you buy an undervalued home so that you want to fix it and then you sell it at a better price. So the first you're gonna have is you're gonna hire a staging to interior design, which means staging they can do all the way very professional and got experience work for you. Then what about the design you want to do? The first thing you're gonna have it clean. Everything must be in clean. The carpet, floor, all counter, bathroom, all must be clean and neat. Then the second is you're gonna have clutter free, which means that all the tables, furniture, all must be neat and tidy. And then the color, okay, color part is quite sensitive. You not just straight away use the too fancy color, because you're gonna have to know that what customer you're gonna target, what kind of people, what color are they prefer to like. For example, you can choose more safe color or more light color, that so that most people can accept it, or they can change it and sell by the way. Then the fourth thing is be creativity. You can do something is can let the buyer talk about and think about when you have a look at it. So this will make you a purple cow to other people. So number 5 is be compromised with your staging or your interior design, so that they can work together and listen everything else. So this thing you know, because why we talk about interior is so important is when people come to your place or your home you want to sell, in 15 seconds, if you have a better interior design, you will sell them in just 15 seconds. You will have the best impression for them. And what impression you need to do when from the front, just now we talk about interior, right? Then the front yard is very important also. The tree, the walkway, everything else, you must, all the flower, everything else, you must do it very pretty and very now. And then the second is the front door. You're gonna have a better color and great front door, so that when people open, just want to go into it, they can feel that well. And then about the exterior and interior paint, okay, you're gonna have fresh and new paint. And the flooring also, including carpets, towel, everything else, gonna have no stain, no wood carpet, and no dirt allowed. And number 5 is you're gonna put some healthy green plants, so that you make more refresh in your place, everything else. That's why. So when you come into want to design, you're gonna hire a professional stager for you, so that you can work on very nice and easily for you to do it. And when we talk about, you can put some you get a small picture inside your home that you want to sell also. There's one great idea you can follow also. Then just now you talk about the home that you want to sell. What about you? If you want to, your house is let's say the next is you target the customer that you already buy, and then you want to sell the house is for the multifamily housing. So there's few design you can follow for this kind of customer that they more prefer to like it. So the first is you're gonna have curb appeal, which means that all clean, the tree, everything outside, the brush, everything, paint must be neat. It's very normal. And then for the multifamily, accessibility is very important for them, because for their car to move in, out, all the parking and everything else. And then the third is the location. You can have a great location in your real estate. If not, it's very tough for you. So the fourth is security and safety, because for the people who residential and for the family, they are more prefer on safety, so you can put on some CCTV, everything else for enhance your security method. And then number 5 is the durable finish, which means that afford and then be stable, durable. They are more likely to like it when you finish like that. So the finish also, it must be neutral finish and not too fancy. Actually, you can choose the light color. Actually, the multifamily will like that. And the 7 is common area artistic. Which means, is there any pool, and then is there any clubhouse, is there any courtyard garden, picture square, all they need clean and tidy. If you got pool and everything, must be neat and tidy. And the 8 is the view. You're going to choose a better view set, maybe have a small river around there, or a greeny view, everything else, choose the good view. And then that's the point for you to target the multifamily candidate. Then next is the commercial. What about if you want to design a commercial building, which means that you want to sell it to other people? Then the first thing is to avoid the problem of soft leaf trend, which means that you can choose the color of the commercial building. Is you trying to choose the color that is the surrounding the environment color, so that it will be last longly for the color. So same as well, choose a designer that understand the business fundamental, which means that what type of business of the commercial building they want to do. So you have to choose the interior design, which means that know the business want to do, so it can come out a purposeful design for the building. Then for some tips that actually the commercial building must have, the first is accessibility is very important. It's also everything, parking, everything else, the car want to move in, lorry, right, and the truck, everything else. Second is ease of circulation, both internal and external. You're gonna have all your elevator well, doors, lobbies, signature, and long way, all you're gonna know. And then number 3 is you're gonna look at intuitive way finding, because for the commercial building actually must give people easy to go and look at. That's very important. And for the 4th is you're gonna have a customization, which means that what unit you can do for the building that actually can differentiate from other people. And number 5 is be familiar. The wayfinding of method people used to inducing negative space, so that you can use some landmark actually for people actually can go and find the building actually. And then when you already built your building, you want to sell it, when the customer come, actually the first thing is, the second thing is you're gonna have a better smell, not so smelly that the surrounding, so that's will decrease your mark. So the sound also, you can put some romantic, quiet, or break silence, soft music, so the people will enjoy it when you want to sell your building, or you want to develop a project and you want to sell them, when you have a sold house or not. Then number 8 is all about location. All the experts of real estate, they will talk about location, because all things you can change, but the location you can't change actually. That's the commercial building. Then actually they have all the building, no matter you want to develop a project, everything else you want to build, or you want to buy, fix and sell. And let's talk about the project. Then you're gonna have your green building checklist actually. So what is the checklist for the green building actually? So the first is you're gonna have sustainable site, which means that that's better you have an existing site rather than an undeveloped land. So the second is the water efficiency, because people need water to survive actually. You're gonna have the water, which means that all the infiltration system, the storm water management, all you're gonna have. Number 3 is energy and atmosphere, which means that you're gonna consider location. The building relates to the natural light, so that they can use solar power. That's the green. We want to look at the green building, what we want. Number 4 is the material and resource. Always research the possibility of using reclaimed construction material. That's very important. Number 5, the indoor environment is air quality, which means that reducing off-gassing from furniture and furnish that can lead to improve overall indoor air quality. So number 6 is the research you need to do. You're gonna do your homework, because everything you need to do if you want to develop a project, the homework you need to do before you move on. It's a must for you to do. So let's talk about the benefit of the green building, which means that all the socio-economic prevention of distress, disadvantaged neighborhood, renewed sense of community pride. That's very important. The second is greater market demand for the project. We will have a better market demand for you if you create the green building for your customer. Then the water conservation and the lower cost also. And number 4 is your reduction of air and water pollution if you do it well or properly. And number 5, great energy and power reliability and reduce the dependence on the local power grid. So because you got solar system, everything else. Number 6 is you can reduce the waste clogging up and landfill conversion of the new resource. So number 7, the benefit is you will improve the health of construction, workers, building occupant. Then number 8 is a superior indoor air quality. If you look for the green project nowadays, because a lot of people they're trying to do some green project, even though the building they put all the tree, the plants also, because now it will minimize the air pollution also. Actually, you have some tree around there. This is a must you consider to move on the green project. So after you know about your interior thing, design thing, everything else, so the first also you're gonna meet your best interior design team, so that you can architect everything else, you can brainstorm together, work together, and hope you success in your future. Bye.